Let me do this real quick. Let me go right here. Okay. Let me go here. I'm going to go Discord. Ah. Okay. Now let's go to Twitter and just tweet out that I'm live. Twitter. Twitter. Alrighty. Tweet that out. Okay, now I just wait for people to join me. I guess I'll hold this up here because I'm doing this from my phone again today, and I want to make sure people can hear me. So... Okay, nobody's here yet. But that's okay. It usually takes a while for people to get here. Which is fine. It's all good. It's all good. Okay. So, hopefully some people will come and join me here pretty soon. Ah, we got one person. We got one person. One person. Can you hear me? Chat. Oh, Dark Horse. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? Good to see you. Glad that you're here. Glad to see you. Glad you're here. Dark Horse, can you hear me? That's what I want to know. Just waiting on everybody to get here. Yeah, that's about it, honestly. Just waiting on people. Just waiting on the world to change. Keep on waiting. Keep on waiting on the world to change. Alright, cool. So, Dark Horse can hear me. Awesome. Good to know. So glad you can make it, Dark Horse. Just waiting on everyone else to get here. But, congratulations, you're the first person here. Super happy about that. As you'll notice, I am not doing a video recording today. And that's because I am at somebody else's house. watching cats. So out of respect for the person I'm watching cats for, I will not be doing a video recording today. So that is the reason why. But my wonderful background, Rando Calrissian. I don't know how to put music on live stream, so this is going to be musicless. But that's okay. Alright. So we're just waiting on a couple people. We're just waiting on some people, I guess. Okay, so I guess we can post videos here. Alright, and we're just waiting. We are just waiting on people. Just waiting. That is all we are doing. Oh, man. Oh, do. Oh, man. Well, I guess we just might have one person on stream tonight. That's fine. It's whatever. Just waiting on people. Waiting on everyone to be here. Waiting on people. Waiting on everyone to be here. Just waiting on everyone. Well, Dark Horse, I'm so glad that you're here, my guy. What's up? How you been? You said it's raining right now. It's been raining here for like the past week and a half, so I totally understand that, my guy. Totally get it, totally understand. And we'll see if we can get people to come to this thing. Huh. Wow. Either my Streamlab is messing up, or the cats do not hide from me. One of them has diabetes, so I have to give him a shot every morning and afternoon, and I have to make sure he is fed on time. So, but he's good. He's a good cat. He lets me give him his shots very easily, actually. So, yep. Just waiting on people. Huh. Well, this is gonna be a fun stream. Just me and you, Dark Horse. Oh man. Did I not? Huh. Ba-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Oh, awesome, man. You're working on some new stories? Me as well. I am currently writing part 2 for 2 different stories. One's for 242. One is another story that I'm not really going to say right now what I'm writing for, but I'm super excited about it. Absolutely excited about it. And I hope it's good. Huh. do 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 do. Ba da 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 do 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 do. Well. Huh. This is huh. Yes, no, the cats are not fighting me at all, so that's good. Oh, we got 2 people here. Yay! Who is the second person here? Is that PA that's here? PA, is that you? Did you just join? Ah, Hair Raising Narratives. How you doing, buddy? How are you, my guy? So, as I was telling Dark Horse, you will notice that I am not doing a video stream today. I'm actually at someone else's house right now, watching their cats. So, out of respect for the person that I'm watching the cats for, I'm not going to film inside their house. And that's why. So, that's what I'm doing. So, I hope everyone is doing good today. Try not to burp in y'all's ear. So I hope you guys are doing good today, and I hope we get a bunch of people in here tonight. I really do. It usually takes a while for my streams to get going, so it usually takes a while for my streams to get going. For a bunch of people to join. Yes, I did tweet this out. Yes, I did. But every tweet helps. So if you would like to tweet this out, feel free to do so. I tweeted it out. But I mean, every tweet helps. So we got 0 people here now. Okay. Oh, they're still here. Perhaps they're just tweeting it out. All right. Alrighty. Well, and I don't know what Streamlabs is doing. Yeah, Streamlabs is telling me there's no one here. Oh, well, so. But thank you, Hair Raising Narratives, and thank you, Dark Horse, for coming. I really do appreciate it. Really do. It means a lot to me. Once people get here, we're just gonna. I'm just gonna talk about different projects that are coming up and things that I'm working on, and I would just like and just things that we're doing. So that is what we will be discussing today. Once more people come, I'm super excited. So yeah. I mean, listen, like, I'm not a very big channel, so it does take a little bit for my streams to kind of get started up, and people start coming. But that's all good. That's all good. It's all good. It's all good. So, yeah, man. I'm just chilling like a villain at the moment. I'm actually releasing a video here pretty shortly. Well, my last video released was my last live stream. I'm actually releasing a video here shortly. Me and PA are doing a collab, and I need his lines. So my microphone actually broke, and PA is sending me out a new microphone because he's thebomb.com, and he was super nice about it, and he's sending me out a new microphone, one that he doesn't use anymore, and to do recordings with. And the next story that we're doing is a story that I wrote that me and him are going to be doing a collab on. So I'm super excited about that. PA, he's an amazing narrator. He's a really good guy. So I'm super excited to to do that collab with him. All right, see you in just a bit, Dark Horse. Um, and yeah, I'm super excited for it. Super excited. Um, I think that um, I think that PA is a very talented narrator. I think he's a very talented author, and he's just a good guy overall. He's a great guy. So I think that it's going to work out very well. Let me pull up Discord real quick. Discord. Let's see. What's going on? Post this up. Oh man. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. 242. So good that you're here. Yeah, no cam today, 242. The reason why is I'm actually at a friend's house watching his cats, and out of respect for him, I'm not doing a camera because I did not get permission to film in their house, so I'm not going to. Just as a thing, you know, I don't want anyone to get angry, so no face cam today, but face cam next week. Definitely next week. We'll go straight back to the face cam, but today, no face cam whatsoever. So, so glad that everyone's here, 242, so glad you could join. So glad everyone is here. 242, Hair Raising Narratives, Dark Horse. So glad everyone is here. I am very excited for this live stream. We got a lot to discuss. A lot's going on in the next month with this channel and different stories that are coming out, and just I'm very excited to fill you guys in on what we're doing, what's going on. And that's pretty much what the stream's going to be. It's going to be about me just talking about what's coming up in the next month, things to come in July, because I got a lot of big projects going on, and I'm super excited about it, super happy about it, super just stoked about it, and yeah, it's going to be great, you know. So I got like 4 collabs in the works, and so 4 collabs in the work, 2 of which are with the same person, 2 of which are not with the same person, and well, I'm doing 2 collabs with 242 herself, and then I'm doing 1 collab with PA and another collab with As the Raven Dreams. So I am super stoked. And I'm gonna ask again, can everyone hear me okay? Am I coming through loud and clear? Because I don't have a microphone. I'm just doing it through my phone speaker today because my laptop is at my house and I did not bring it with me. So I'm doing this through my phone. So I'm just making sure, can everyone hear me okay? Is everyone good on hearing me, or am I blotchy? Am I popping? Just curious. Yes, 242. We are doing two collabs. For Hourglass Part 2 and the story we're submitting to Lady Spicaria. So, uh, so that is, yes, we are doing two collabs together. We sure are. Which will be great. It'll be awesome. And then, of course, I'm doing a collab with, like I said, PA Nightmares, which will be great. And a collab with As the Raven Dreams, which will be great. It will be awesome. So I'm super excited about all of those. And just a lot of things coming up in the next month. I'm going to be super busy, but I prefer to be busy. Be writing a lot of stories and doing a lot of narrations. So I'm super, super excited for that. And yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. Cannot wait. And PA, of course, was nice enough to send me a new microphone. I'm not sure when that will be coming in. I think he's already sent it. So I'm super, super excited about that. That's something that will be highly appreciated and highly needed because my microphone has taken a crap. And it'll be great. It'll be awesome. Super excited about it. Super, super excited. So yeah, you know, I'm excited for what's coming up in this month, um, and excited for how I intend to make this channel grow even more than it has been, and hopefully, you know, I'm hoping by the end of the year, this channel can reach 100 subscribers. It was something before that I thought was going to be impossible, but I got I got I got half of 100 right now. So I got 50 subscribers, which isn't a lot. I mean, it's not like a huge amount, but I got half of 100. So I'm very, very excited about what's to come, and doing this. So very, very excited. So we're gonna give people just a few more minutes to come in, and let me text my brother, Baby Ski Ski, and see if he wants to join us. So, come to the live stream. And now to go to messages and message him there. I'm gonna annoy the piss out of him until he joins us. So, Jonathan Kwiatkowski, Baby Ski Ski, as all of you know him. So, and that's away, that's good. What's up, PA? So glad you could come by. So glad you're here. Hey, man, I just want to say thank you for sending me out that microphone and being willing to do that. That's awesome of you, man. I really do appreciate it. Really, really do. Thank you so much. You are the best, PA. You're awesome. And then I got a message, Jonathan, on Discord. On Discord. Yo ho, yo. Mm-hmm. Where is Jonathan's Discord? Did he get rid of his Discord? No, he didn't. Okay. No. Okay, so I'm back. But yeah, PA dude, that was awesome of you to send out that microphone. I really, really do appreciate it. It's going good, PA. It's going great. And again, thank you so much for sending out that microphone. I really, really do appreciate it, my guy. It's awesome. Okay, I guess we can start talking about. It's been about 25 minutes since the stream started, so yeah, let's get into what's going on. I got a lot of projects coming up this month, and I'm working on a lot of stories. I'm working on a story for PA, which I've been working on for a while. Hopefully, that will be done by middle of July. So I'm super excited about that. I'm working on a story for Raven, and it's actually a sequel to one of his stories. So I'm super excited about that. I'm working on part two of Screaming, and me and Raven are doing a cross universe kind of thing. So the Anomaly universe and his universe in Screaming are going to be in the same universe. So I'm super excited about that. And then I'm going to welcome back, Hair Raising. So glad you could be back. And then I'm working on Hourglass Part 2 for... Oh, yeah, no, I'm super excited for that. I'm working on Hourglass Part 2 for 242, which is going to be it's going to be very trippy, is the best thing I can say about it. It's going to deal a lot with time travel and paradoxes, and as you know, the House Part 4 directly leads in to Hourglass Part 2, so those two stories are completely connected. Literally, Hourglass Part 2 happens right after Hourglass. Actually, the entire Hourglass series, Part 1 and 2, happen right after the House Part 4. So, because Abel's able to go back in time now. So I'm super excited about that story, Hourglass Part 2. And, yeah, man, I'm just really stoked about everything that's coming up. Oh, yeah, and Lady Spucaria, I'm working on her. I'm actually already finished with it. I wrote a story for me and 242 to collab on for Lady Spucaria's live stream premiere, which I'm debating on whether or not to touch up a little bit because I kind of want to add more to that story. I want to add I don't want to change anything. I don't want to change anything that I already got. I just want to add more to it. Make it a little bit longer than it already is because I feel like I could add more to it. So I might add more because I haven't recorded any of it yet because I don't have a microphone. But if 242 is okay with me adding more to that story, then I want to. I would really like to. Not that I have a problem with the story right now. I was just, when I'm alone and I got nothing going on, I think of different story ideas, and obviously I write stories very strangely. So the way that I write stories is I literally talk to myself all day. This is really weird. You guys are gonna think I'm crazy, but I literally envision the story in my head and I talk to myself all day. But it's how the story's going to go. So I'll be like talking to myself, but it's the story that I'm speaking. So I like make up the story in my head and I talk through it like I would be writing it. So I'll play the characters in my head and I'll talk to myself, not out loud, obviously silently and everything. And then I come up with that idea and then I put it down on paper. And that's the way that I write my stories is I kind of talk to myself all day and I rehearse my stories and I think about my stories instead of just going up to a pen and paper and writing it down. I have to think about them all day before I can write them. Sometimes even think about it for a week before I start writing them. But it's like I talk to myself and I act out the entire story in my head and as I'm speaking to myself. or I'll just, act out the entire story in my head. I know that makes me sound crazy because I literally talk to myself all day. Yeah, I know that makes me sound really, really insane and crazy and weird, but that's the way that I write stories. And as I was going through the story that I wrote for Lady Spicaria's live stream in my head, um, as I was talking to myself and going through it and really liking it, I realized that there could be more added to that story than what I got. Uh, so that doesn't make you sound. It doesn't make you sound crazy. I heard Charles Manson. Charles. Oh, thanks, hair raising. That makes me feel so much better. Thank you. Thank you. That makes me sound so much better. So, yes, 42. Hello. Why did you say hey Rando? Did you mean to say hey PA or hey Rando? I don't, I don't, I don't know. I don't know if she's trying to ask me a question or. Yes, the best conversations you'll ever have are with yourself. I definitely agree with that. But so that's basically like how I write stories. So I pretty much just kind of speak to myself all day and write down the story. Oh, come on, PA. She made a mistake. So yeah, that's what I do with it. And I just realized as I was talking to myself about the story and envisioning the story in my head, there could be more added to that story. And I think it would really benefit the story. It doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel tacked on. It feels like a natural progression to that story. And I'm super excited about it. And the collab that me and PA Nightmares are doing is a story that I wrote called Perception of Evil. It's already been narrated once on As the Raven Dreams channel. And it will be narrated again on my channel. And I'm super excited about it. Okay, we need to keep it under 10 minutes. Sounds good. Sounds good to me. I think it's definitely under 10 minutes. I think it's about 5 minutes right now. So I can definitely add more to it. But I'll try my best to keep it under 10 minutes. Um, and so I'm doing a collab with PA Nightmares on Perception of Evil. And I'm super excited about that. I got to go through and highlight PA's lines so he knows what he's doing. But I'm super excited about that. As I said before, PA is a super talented narrator. I'm super excited to collab with him on that. And just, I'm really, really happy about it that we're doing that. And then, of course, the collab with As the Raven Dreams. Again, I'm writing part 2 of Screaming for Raven, and I'm super. What went to 13? What went to 13? The viewers? Because I'm only seeing 4. Hold on. Hold the horses. Yeah. What went to 13? Oh. On your last video? Awesome, my guy. Awesome. 13. Oh, wait, no. Wait, no. You mean on 242's channel. That's right. She had 22 likes, and then it went down to 11, and then it keeps climbing up. So hopefully it gets back to 22. That's weird that it went down like that. That's strange. That's really weird. But hey, it'll go back up. I know it will. But yeah, so I'm yes, yes, ladies. Hers is 10-minute max, which I'm sure it's going to be under 10 minutes. So the interesting thing about the story that I wrote for me and so the interesting thing about me and mine and 242's story is the way that I wrote it is very similar to the house. It's just dialogue. There's no he said, she said, there's no, and then they were in this room and then that in that room, because the entire thing is an interview style story. Now, there are cues in the story to tell the narrator to speak a certain way during certain situations, but that you will not be saying out loud. It's just telling you how to read it. Um, PA, where you going, buddy? So there are cues in the story to tell the person speaking to say something in a certain way, but that's not meant for the narrator to say it out loud. It's just saying, okay, say that like this, and it's it's in obviously in parentheses, and it's very clearly don't say it, don't say this out loud. Just say the line like this. Um, and so that's the interesting thing about it. Much like the house, it's just dialogue. And I like that type of story where it's just dialogue, to where the person can say something a certain way, or the two narrators, or whether one narrator can say something a certain way, or describe where they are, and you don't need all that extra fat in the story. It's just dialogue. Um, Yes, I handed you a script, not a story. Pretty much. So, Actress 42. Yes, we are getting Actress 42. So I'm super excited about that. And obviously, there's not really, for me, I know how I want to say things in the story. So obviously, for me, there's not saying, okay, say it like this, say it like that, because I know how I want to respond to questions and answers and say things. But obviously, for you, 42, it's going to say, okay, say this in a snarky attitude, say this in a soft tone, say this in an angry attitude, and you'll have cues to say certain things. And I'm just super excited about it. It's it's a very I wouldn't say intense. It's very emotionally driven. A lot of my stories are so the thing about my stories is they're not necessarily horror in the way that most horror narrators write. A lot of my stories are very emotionally driven, and they have a very strong horror element to them. But I think to call them outright horror is very disrespectful to other horror narrators that can write horror very naturally, such as the Raven Dreams, who writes fantastic horror, and of course PA Nightmares, who also writes fantastic horror. To call my stories flat out horror stories, I think is very disrespectful to other horror narrators. My stories, you could call them suspense. I call them more thrilling. They're very, very emotionally driven. My stories are, and of course, there's a sci-fi element to all my stories because I'm a big sci-fi buff. And then there's also a religious element to all my stories. I love throwing religious imagery into my stories, not to necessarily put it um, not necessarily to jam religion down people's throats. I'm just very fascinated with it. So, when I say religion, I don't just mean Christian. I don't just mean Christianity. And PA, you shut your mouth. Your stories are amazing. When I say religion, I don't mean like, I don't just mean Christian, obviously. I love, Greek mythology, and I love Egyptian mythology, and all those different mythologies that I like putting in my stories. So that's me kind of as a narrator, as an author. Again, I would not call my stories horror. They definitely do have an horror element to them, but they are not flat out horror. Again, I believe to call my stories horror, to call me a horror author, would be disrespectful to other authors that do a very, very good job at writing horror stories. Because mine's aren't true horror; they have a horror element to them. And we will see you very, very soon. 242. Hope you hurry right back. And PA, yes, your stories are fantastic. Don't ever doubt yourself, my guy, because your stories are amazing. So that's what I kind of do with my stories is I like that horror element to them, and of course that sci-fi element, that the religious imagery, and then of course dude, I love chicken in the air fryer. And then another thing I do with my stories is uh, my stories are also very character driven. Which is why my stories are very, very character driven, which is why I always write my stories in the third person. I've always found it harder to make a story character driven when you're writing in first person. Now, there's nothing wrong with writing in first person. I think I think it takes a tremendous amount of skill to write in the first person. I think is extremely difficult to write in the first person. But I like the aspect of having a third person perspective, because you can easily mask who the main character is with the third person perspective, and it can be more character driven that way. There's more development involved, because when you're doing third person, you can develop every single character at one time or at different intervals in the story. When you do first person, it's very difficult to develop everybody, because it's taken from the main character's perspective, and he or she is developing, whilst everyone has to kind of keep up developing around her or him. To whereas third person, you can develop everybody at different intervals in the story. It doesn't just revolve around the main character. And again, with third person, you have the opportunity to mask who the main character is. Now, obviously, most of the time, like in stories like The Hourglass, you immediately know who the main character is. But in stories like Perception of Evil and Anomaly, right away, I wrote those stories intentionally. Intentionally, I made sure or I tried to mask who the main character was. So, spoilers for Anomaly and Perception of Evil if you haven't listened to them yet. Well, I won't spoil them, but there's one character in Anomaly who's in the first two parts that the story kind of revolves around. And the whole time you think that this person is the main character, and at the end of part 2, you're like, holy crap, that person's not the main character. Same thing with Perception of Evil. Awesome, PA. Well, you have a good night, man. I hope you have a great time. Anyways, in Perception of Evil, there was the whole, interview style thing, to where it was a detective and an interviewee, and throughout the story, I kind of wanted to make it unclear who the main character was, who the bad guy was, and kind of make it seem like it was very unclear. I wanted to make it very unclear on who the main character was in Perception of Evil, which is why the story is called Perception of Evil. Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of fun writing in third person. And again, it's a lot easier for me to write in third person, because it's easier for me to develop characters rather than just develop characters around the main character. You can develop characters, at different intervals around the story, because you have the advantage of not seeing the world through the main character's eyes. You have the advantage of seeing seeing the world through the reader's eyes, and that's the beauty of third person. It's seeing the story through your eyes rather than the main character's eyes, and that's why I always stick to third person in my stories, and that's why I prefer third person. When I was younger, I preferred first person. As I got older, I realized, as I started writing, I realized the benefit of writing in third person, and how much easier it is as a writer to write in third person. Now, I don't look down on people who write in first person because I think it is a very difficult thing to do, and when I see it pulled off, it is tremendous. It is tremendous when it's pulled off. I love it when people can pull it off. Me personally, I don't think I'd be able to pull off first person. It'd be very, very difficult for me to pull off first person. I've tried first person stories before, and they are very, very difficult to write. Very difficult. So, yeah. So that's everything that's coming up, you guys. I'm super excited about it. Super, super, super excited about it. So, yes, hair raising. Your first person stories are fantastic. Same with you. Same with you, PA. Honestly, guys, hair raising and PA, I envy you guys because I cannot, for the life of me, write in first person. I suck at writing in first person. I am terrible at writing in first person. Horrible at it. So I envy you guys that can write in first person. I do envy it. I wish I could, but I can't. Um, so I stick to third, which, again, I wish I could write in first person because I do like first person stories. And when people can pull them off, they are magnificent. Like, for example, Screaming is one of my favorite stories on you, or it is my favorite story on YouTube right now, which is why I wanted to write a part 2 for Raven so bad, and I'm so glad that he let me do it. I can't wait till that comes out, but um, Screaming part 1 at least would not have worked as a third person story, not at all. The fact it benefits from being first person because it's only one person the entire time. There's no other people in that story except for the people outside that he's hearing scream. um, you did a good job. You did a great job on that story, PA. It was very, very good. Um, so the benefit of that story being in first person is it's just one person the entire time. Obviously, there's people screaming, but the entire time it's just a one person in the room alone, and he's describing what's going on. That story would not have worked in third person, not at all. It would have felt weird to have that story in third person because in third person you need to have more than one character. Even if you just have two characters, you need to have more than one character. It does not make any sense to have one character the entire time in third person. So that is one of the few stories that benefits from being first person, and that story is incredible. Raven did such an amazing job writing that story. I love that story so much. It is my favorite story. I listen to it over and over and over and over and over again. And PA, my guy, you did a great job on that story, redoing it. Dude, that story is literally probably, I say one of my favorites. It is my favorite right now. I love that fucking story so much. Welcome back, 242. So glad you could be back. So glad you're here. So, yeah, that's everything that's going on, you guys. I'm just excited about everything that's happening, honestly. Let me adjust myself real quick. Get on the bed. So, yeah, that's what's going on. So do you guys have any questions about the upcoming month and any more things that you want to know about? Just ask questions and I'll be happy to answer them. What do you mean by true horror? So, okay, so true horror is, yes. So, what I mean by true horror is, uh, how do I describe this? Things that just, things that make you feel uneased, things that make you feel uncomfortable, while you're listening to it. Like, for example, Screaming is an incredible story, but it makes you feel uncomfortable the entire time that you're listening to it. It makes you feel on edge, and that is what I would describe as true horror. My stories, like 242 said, are a mixture of fantasy, myth, sci-fi, horror, religious imagery. There's all these things mixed together. So you're kind of just, the best way I could describe my stories, the reason why they're not true horror is because there's not like jump scares. There's not things that make you feel. I mean, it's hard to do jump scares in a story, but it's hard to make you feel on edge. My stories do, because it's so fantastic. Because a lot of my stories are so fantastical, and there's so much myth and legend in them. That's all I mean by true horror. And here's the thing: I love true horror stories, stuff that PA writes, stuff that that As the Raven Dreams writes, stuff that Lady Spicaria does, stuff that 242 does, and writes. That is, and hair raising narratives, and all these different amazing horror makers, all these amazing horror authors. That is what I consider true horror. My stories are not true horror. My stories are, have horror elements to them, and that's okay. But that's what I mean by that, is when I say true horror. Again, I don't count my stories true horror, mainly because I just feel like it would be disrespectful to other horror authors to call my story true horror, and that's just what I think about that. That's just kind of a thing for me, is I don't want to be disrespectful to anyone who writes horror stories and doesn't view my stories as horror, because to some people my stories are not horror. My stories are not horror at all. I think you can make a very strong argument that Anomaly is not a horror story. Anomaly, the Anomaly series is not a horror series, and I think you can make a very strong argument for that. I think it's more of a thriller than anything else, which is fine. It's more of a sci-fi thriller. It has horror elements in it, but there's a very strong argument to be made that it's not horror, not at all. I think Perception of Evil is. Hey, that's okay if they're your stories. You're allowed to have if your favorite stories are your own, you're allowed to have that. That is perfectly fine. 242, perfectly fine. Yeah. I think Perception of Evil is a little bit more of a horror story than anything I've ever written. Um, but yeah. So, uh, oh man, not even 9 o'clock over here, and I'm already super tired. Holy crap! I've just been super tired lately. Like, I've been exhausted lately. Man, I've been exhausted. So, do you guys have any questions for me? Anything that you want to know? Anything that you're curious about? I'd be happy to answer any questions that you guys got. I think I've read Not Allowed in the Basement, so. Hair raising. Don't get me started, my guy. No, you will not be stuck in a house for 100 years. Um, and it was 250 years, not 100, 242. But no, you will not be stuck in a house for 100 years, I promise. Um, no, not tonight. I'm I'm mainly just focusing on what I kind of want for this channel to go by. And what I want to do. I'm not in my element right now. I'm not in my actual house. I'm not with my girlfriend. And because I'm kind of out of my element, I'm just kind of oh, how to describe it. I'm thrown off my game, I guess, so to speak. So that's probably why. But yeah. So, oh man. You kept throwing me off the tracks. What tracks? Well, that's not very nice, 42. That's all I gotta say about that. Oh, man. Oh, goodness gracious. Yikes. So, real quick question. Um, no, that's a stupid question. That's stupid. I was gonna ask if anybody wanted to join me in this stream, but we literally. I was gonna ask if anybody wanted to join me, but you guys don't have to. Because I really don't have anything to talk about other than. I was just gonna ask if anybody wanted to join me. I was gonna see if somebody wanted to join me through a Discord call, but I don't think that. No, I don't need sleep. I'll sleep when I'm dead, 42. I will sleep when I'm dead. I don't need no sleep. Sleep needs me. That was a stupid line. Sleep needs me. Oh god, I'm an idiot. Let me make sure that Odin hasn't gotten into Freya's food. Odin is the cat, by the way. Odin and Freya are the cats that I'm watching. Big boy John is here, baby ski. What is up, my guy? Hey, Jonathan, do you want to join me through a Discord call? Jonathan, if you can, if you're not busy, just join me through Discord. You want to do that, Jonathan? So you can be a part of this stream? It's a yes or no question, Jonathan. You have to make a decision, Jonathan. Alrighty. Jonathan, I am calling you through Discord. Jonathan. Big boy John. Baby ski. Am I back? I think I'm back. I think I'm back on. Hey, I'm back on. I don't know what's going on with my screen. Jonathan, are you still there? Yeah, I don't know why my screen is showing. I know you're here. Okay. There we go. Is everyone still back? Jonathan, are you still here? All right, we're back. We're Jonathan, did you just say Rando still doesn't know how to stream? Jonathan? Yeah, screw you. Okay, I'm back. I should be back. Back? I think I'm back. Am I back? Jonathan, you need to tell me if I'm back. Wait, no, I'm back. I should be back. Hello? Hello, everyone? No, I should be back. I'm back? Okay, I'm telling everyone I'm back. Hold on. Make sure I'm still going. I don't know how I broke it, but I'm telling everyone that I'm back now. Okay. I'm back. I don't know how I broke it, Jonathan. I really don't. Wait, is it broken again? Is it broken again? Please don't tell me it's broken again. Please don't tell me it's broken again. Jonathan, is it broken again? Okay. Do you want to try to do a Discord call again, Jonathan? Fearsome, hello! So glad you were here. Hi, Fearsome. Everyone, that happened. I don't know why that happened. I guess I was just trying to have too much stuff run at once. No, I think it was because I had the Wi-Fi on here, Jonathan. Um, Of course. That I'm so glad that you're here, Fearsome. I really am. And you'll notice no face cam today. I'm at a friend's house, so I'm watching cats. So I do not have a face cam today because I do not have permission to film inside their house. So no face cam, just a lovely picture of my beautiful avatar that the wonderful As the Raven Dreams made for me. So, um, Jonathan, I think it was due to the fact that there was I was using Wi-Fi, and I think the Wi-Fi went down. But I'm using 4G now. Jensen is a baby. I concur. Uh, Raven didn't stream yesterday because his air conditioning was still down yesterday, Jonathan. Jonathan, I'm calling you back on Discord, and I'm gonna see if this works. Okay. Actually, you know what, Jonathan? Jonathan, you call me on Discord. Jonathan, you call me on Discord, and I'll answer it. Yes, his AC got fixed today, so he will be streaming July 4th, and we are super excited. Yay! Round of applause. Raven streams are coming back, baby. They're back, baby. Super excited. So, everybody loves Raven. Jonathan, I need you to call me on Discord. Do it. Do it. Do it. Okay. Did I what? Jonathan? You there? Did I break it? No, I didn't break it. No, what? Did I break it? Why can you only hear me through my live? Just turn off the live stream. Now that we're on Discord, you don't need to be on the live stream if we're talking through Discord, my guy. Oh, wait, no. Hold on. Can you hear me now? Through Discord? That is so frustrating. Why can't you hear me? I can hear you. Okay, but you can hear me through my live. See, there's like a 40-second, there's like a solid, like 15 seconds delay. Because I'll say something and there will just be silence. That's not, it's not gonna work like that, my guy. It's not gonna work. I don't think it's gonna work, dude. Oh my god. No, it's not the stream's gonna be so out of place if you do that. Just let the delay be there. What's okay? I don't know what you're responding to. That's the problem. See, when you okay, listen. When you said I'm responding to you, there was a solid. This, no, shut up, shut up. When you said there's a solid, when you said what am I responding to, there was a solid 15-second delay. Okay, so Jonathan, what have you been up to? The delay is so bad. It's so bad. Oh, they're saying they can't hear you. Huh. That's weird. I wonder why they can't hear you. That's weird, honestly. Yeah, you did. Strange. So you can't hear me at all. Oh, wait, you can't hear yourself. That's weird. Huh. Yeah, try that. Well, you got to get your microphone. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties again because I'm an idiot. No. Sorry, everyone. Technical difficulties. Jonathan, don't interrupt me. We're having technical difficulties. Jonathan's going over to his laptop right now to get his microphone and laptop to join the call on Discord, and hopefully we can fix this thing. Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Oh, Fearsome says she's going to take your spot, Jonathan. it's it's not her fault, and I can hear myself. I can hear myself. Turn off your phone. Turn off your phone. No, join the call through your lap. Okay, join the call. I'm gonna hang up on you on Discord. Hang up on me and then call me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Jonathan? Jonathan, what do you mean you can't hear me? What about now? No, it would not be fun. And they can't even hear you. They can't even hear you. Turn on your oh god. Turn on your stream. Hey, Infinite. They can't hear you. The, the delay is so bad, man. Read my lips. Can you read my lips? No, I'm not talking to myself. My brother Fearsome is telling everybody that I'm talking to myself. I'm not. Jonathan's on Discord, and we're trying to figure out why no one can hear him. I'm doing it on my phone. Hey! Look at that. Because I didn't bring it with me. Okay. Okay. I wait. No. Is okay. Can you hear me on stream? Then you need to hang up because this is not working. Sorry about that, everyone. All right, well, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here because nothing is going according to plan. And I just wanted to say that I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming. This stream was actually a little over an hour, believe it or not, because there's another part to this stream that does exist. And if you want to listen to it, obviously there's going to be, you know, the past hour that I talked. So sorry T Stash. Sorry guys. Well, unless you guys want me to keep going, I can talk about what I talked about earlier. Since you know what, let me here's what I'll do. I will talk about here's what I'll do. I'll talk about what I talked about earlier. Just all the projects that are coming up. Is everyone okay with that? Everyone that's here right now. Who's all here? Can I get a head count of who's here? Can you raise your hand in the comments in the chat to let me know who's here? Because I really don't know. I think Fearsome's here. T-Stash is here. I know Jonathan's here. John says not me. Who's all here? Fearsome, are you still here? Fearsome's here. T-Stash is here. Awesome. Okay, so let me talk about... So, I'm going to go... So, I talked about this earlier, but not everyone was here. So, I have a lot of things coming up this July. I'm super excited about it. I am writing... So, me and 242 are doing 2 collabs. Skis, yeah, he can't be here to speak to you guys. We tried that already. It did not work. But he's here in spirit. Brother Ski is here in spirit. So I have a lot of things coming up. Me and 242 are doing 2 collabs. I'm writing a story. I almost forgot. I'm writing a story for Fearsome, which is far overdue. Sorry about that, Fearsome. I'm writing a story for As the Raven Dreams, and I'm writing a story for PA. And also me and PA are doing a collab. So me and PA are doing a collab for Perception of Evil, which is a story that I wrote. I'm super, super excited about it. Like really, really excited. And so Perception of Evil is a story that I wrote that was narrated on As the Raven Dreams channel, and I will be narrating it now on my channel. Me and PA will be doing a collab for it, and I'm super excited because PA is a really, really good narrator. He's a really good guy, and I'm super excited to do that. And then I also have Hourglass Part 2, and then 073 Broken, which 073 Broken is a collab that me and 42 are doing for Spookaria's live stream, or not live stream, but her birthday collab. And then Hourglass Part 2 is also another collab that me and 42 are doing, that I'm super excited about, because... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. No, shit. Sorry, guys. That was probably really loud in everyone's ear. Sorry about the boo-doo noise. I turned that off. I turned the sound off. So, anyways, me and 42 are doing Hourglass. Sorry about that. Sorry, sorry guys. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Anyways, I turned my sound off on my phone. I deeply apologize. So, me and 42 are doing that collab, which is going to be great. Hourglass Part 2, I'm super, super excited for. It's going to go deep. It's going to deal with time travel and paradoxes and different worlds being created. It's going to be... So, the way that's what's going to happen is if you guys listen to the house on my channel, all 4 parts, you'll know part 2 actually will exist in a pocket dimension, and I'm super super excited about that. And then of course SCP, not SCP, done in an interview style. So much like the house, it's done dialogue only. Now there will be certain things that tells 42 how to say a certain line a certain way. But basically the entire thing is going to be just dialogue. And it's an interview with Kane and a person, a doctor from the SCP Foundation. And it goes through the entire interview, and you see how actually broken Kane is. Now, I want to make something very clear. If you know what the SCP Foundation is, in my universe, the SCP Foundation is not what it actually is. On the SCP Wiki, it's much smaller. There's not as many SCPs, and the SCP Wiki is created to throw everybody off the SCP's scent. So there's actually only about 100 SCP, or actually only about 106 SCPs in my universe, and the SCP Foundation is not actually what it is as we know it in the SCP Wiki. Obviously, the SCP Foundation isn't real, but the beautiful thing about the SCP is anybody is allowed to use it. Anybody's allowed to write stories on it, and that's what I love about the SCP, is that it's open up for the community to write their own interpretation about the SCP communities. So, and I'm super excited about that. Not the actual Dr. T-Stash, I'm sorry. Hall, I believe I named her. So, I'm super excited about that. And then I'm super excited about this. I know this, I think a lot of people know this because I asked Raven on one of my live streams if I could do this, and he said yes. I am writing part 2 of Screaming. Screaming is an amazing, incredible story that As the Raven Dreams wrote, and it's just so good. And I'm writing part 2 of that in our universes, the Anomaly universe, and Raven's universe in Screaming is going to have a crossover. We're going to have a crossover of stories, and I'm super, super excited for it. We'll be collabing on that, obviously, and I'm so damn excited for it. I love Screaming so much, and part 2 is coming along very nicely. And I'm just, there's a lot of things going on in July. Hopefully I can get everything out by July. Maybe a little bit later in May, June, July, August, and August. Excuse me. In August probably is probably when more stories are going to come out, but July hopefully I can get everything that needs to come out. And I'm just I'm so stoked for everything. Like so excited. So damn excited. And so just really, really happy about everything, the way everything's going. I've been really busy, but you know, it's good to stay busy. It's good to stay on top of your game. So, just super, super excited, guys. Excuse me. Excuse me. So I'm just curious, does anybody have any questions about what might be going on or anything you want to know? Yeah, I'm super excited. I'm just so ecstatic. Yeah, Jonathan, sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. Maybe, Jonathan, I was thinking about it. Maybe, if you want to be in one of my stories, you could be in one of my stories, my guy. I'm just thinking about maybe me and you could do a collab. Me and Dreamy the McCreamy could do a collab. If you're still planning on calling your YouTube channel that, Jonathan. So for those of you who don't know, Big Boy John is my little brother, Baby Ski Ski, and Does Raven's universe have Hawks? No, but so there's actually a new character that I'm writing into my stories, and it's I'm super excited about it because, well, I guess you'll just have to see. But there's a brand new character and in my stories, and it's going to be from now on designated to Raven only. Anytime this character will show up in my stories, Raven will be voicing him, and it's not Hawkman. It's not Hawkman. it's it's not Hawkman, Jonathan. Sorry to disappoint you, but he can fly though. Shut up, Jonathan. So yeah, I'm super excited for everything that's coming up. And I'm just super ecstatic. It's gonna be a busy month, but yeah, I'm just ecstatic. I really am. I'm super happy with the way that everything is going, and I can't wait. So, but I'm so glad that everyone's here, even though we had some really really bad technical difficulties. I'm thanks for thank you guys for coming. I'm really really happy that everyone's here. Sorry that it's such a boring stream. Sorry, it's such a boring ass stream. I got no music. I got no nothing. So, um, but yeah, thank you for everyone for coming to the stream, even though it was. So yeah, I'm just really excited about what's going on this year. But anyways, guys, I think that just about does it for the stream. I've been going for about I don't know, a little over an hour, hour and 30 minutes. I know it only says about 34 minutes for me, but yeah, I'm just super excited about everything that's going on. But I do have to get going. I have work in the morning, and I will see you all in the next video, and that hopefully soon that collab will come out with me and PA. So thank you all for coming. God bless, and as always, may the force be with you. Peace. Before I go, one quick thing. Um, you guys are awesome. Never forget that. Everyone here